This is your episode, Trophin. This is your movie. Kind
This
of.
is my movie?
Yeah. Well, I actually gave this one 5 stars too, so it's like both our movies. We can share it. We can share Linnea Quigley
I mean,
for this week at least.
no. Brink Stevens is yours. Linnea Quigley is mine. There's
She's
no
not in this.
fighting.
She's not in this movie though, so you kind of have to share
I do
for
not
this
have.
week at
I
least.
am an only child, sir. I do not have to share. I
Well,
do not share my toys.
well, technically, there's 2 versions of Linnea Quigley in this movie, so
Okay,
you can
well,
have the one,
I'll have the first version and you can
okay,
have the second version.
the Smurf version.
But I don't know. This really isn't my movie, is it?
Well, no, your movie's got to have a Jason in it, but it is this your favorite zombie movie? Maybe I think it's mine.
Oof.
No, yours is Day of the Dead, isn't it?
Okay, I want to say it's tied with Day of the Dead, but
Same
Day
year
of
though, right?
yes,
What a year for zombie movies.
Day of the Dead is my favorite, like serious zombie movie, and Return of the Living Dead is my favorite unserious zombie movie. Both 5 stars, different tones, but no, this one is definitely yes. It is. It's tied with Day of the Dead for my
Which
favorite zombie movie.
which is this week's movie, by the way, in case you've made it this far without reading the episode title. It's The Return of the Living Dead.
No, I had to stop and think for a second because you called it my movie, and technically
You have a lot of movies. You
we
have a lot of 5 star movies.
no, but for the purposes of the podcast, we take turns picking the movie. And yes, no, you're right. This was my pick.
This was your pick, yes. It was a great pick, though. It's a movie I love too. One day you're gonna pick a movie that you love and that I hate, and it's gonna be fun. Just
I'm
gonna
trying to
tear
think
into it for
of
2 hours.
what that movie would be. I guess that would be us talking about Halloween Ends or Exorcist Believer or Strangers Chapter 1.
Yeah,
We you know what's funny?
Halloween Ends is the best of those three. I'll admit that much.
We agree a lot. Like our tastes are very much in sync when it comes to older movies. I find where we're divided, it's usually like modern horror that we don't
Yeah,
share the same opinion. I've
we go
noticed that
different
pattern.
ways.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm trying to fix you, but it's a tough process. You're resistant to change.
You can't fix me, but you know who can fix me?
Tom Matthews.
Tom Matthews. You
I
read
knew
my
it.
mind. Look at that.
We
Tom
we
Matthews
opened the movie
cures
with him, don't we?
everyone and everything. We do. We open the movie. It's a depiction of true events that took place on July 3rd, 1984.
Exactly, and all the characters are based on real people. It even says so. This is a true story, guys.
We even open the movie with a reference to how the events depicted in Night of the Living Dead are based on a true story.
Yes. But Ramiro lied to us. He changed things up a bit because of government pressure. The coward.
Whoa. I will reach through
Too
this
much?
microphone and bitch slap you.
Okay,
Don't ever
I'll
say
rein
that
in.
again.
I'll rein in the Ramiro disrespect.
It's Romero. Jesus
I lost my
Christ.
words there. I couldn't pronounce his
Say his
name.
name. You have no respect today. Oh my
Romero.
God.
No, he's the goat of zombie movies. Even though this is the goat zombie movie, and it's sort of spun off from that.
I mean, look, this movie has one thing that Romero's movies don't. Well,
Tom
more than one.
Matthews.
I was going to say boobs,
Okay.
but Tom Matthews too.
Is there no
Linnea
boobs at
Quigley.
all in Romero movies? Does Land of the Dead not have any? I've not watched that for a long time, but I know that's kind of the most modern style Romero zombie movie.
I don't, honestly, I don't remember, which just means I'm due for a rewatch then. Whenever I can't remember something about a movie, it's like I have to rewatch. But if there is any nudity in Romero's films, it's really like a footnote.
Yeah,
Whereas In this movie, the nudity takes center stage, literally in a graveyard on top of a crypt.
Oh, it's iconic.
I think when you say Return of the Living Dead, the first thing you think about is trash
Trash, of
dancing in the
course.
cemetery. It's such an iconic scene. And yeah, boobs. Boobs, boobs, boobs. We love boobs. We love Linnea Quigley.
I agree. You speak for me when you say that.
She's mother. I love her so much. And she's such a sweetheart.
I've never met her,
Anyways.
so I'll take your word for it.
Well, I've never met her either,
Oh,
unfortunately. I was supposed to 2 years ago at a convention, but her line was too long. But I saw her talking with other
love
people,
that for
and
her.
she's such a sweetheart. But yes, so we are opening on the true events, very, very true events, very believable events
I believed everything I saw in this movie.
that are or that are about to go down at the UNITA Medical Supply Company.
Well, it's Freddy's first day, right? Tom
It,
Matthews plays Freddy,
yeah, it's Freddie's first day, and his coworker Frank is showing Freddie how UNITA organizes its inventory of skeletons.
which they get from the skeleton farm over in India. Right?
Apparently, apparently, all the skeletons come from India,
Who knew?
and they all have perfect teeth.
Well, they definitely don't come from Britain then.
I was gonna say there's a joke here, and I'm too brain dead at the moment to make it.
At the moment.
Fuck.
But anyway, Freddy's being shown the ropes by Frank. He gets to see some
Yes,
split dogs during this as well, which is something.
the split dogs are really cool.
They're rad, according to Freddy. And he also gets shown a fresh cadaver that's in a bag in the freezer. Fresh. It's about to get fresher. But that's for later.
For now, we meet Freddie's friends, his girlfriend Tina, and I guess I don't know if I'd call them a gang, but they sure look like a gang.
Yeah,
Especially Suicide with the chains and the leather.
yeah,
But
they have a look to them. It's not just. It doesn't seem like a group of friends just hanging out. It's like a unit
it is.
marauding around town,
So we meet
intimidating the
Fre-
elderly.
so we meet Freddie's friends, Trash,
He's the
played
best one.
by the iconic Linnea Quigley. Love her. Um, Spider, played by Miguel Nunez, and Suicide. And then there's four others, but they're
And then
just
the
there.
rest.
Yeah, one is named Scuzz, and I think one's Chuck. The only ones that matter are Suicide, Spider, and Trash. Like, let's be realistic.
Yeah, I agree. Isn't there one named Tina?
Yeah, Tina, that's Freddie's girlfriend.
Which will become a factor later.
Nice little Friday the 13th Part 5 reunion happening here with, again, Miguel Nunez, who plays Spider,
There's enchiladas.
the poor, unfortunate demon who met his end in an outhouse after eating some bad enchiladas, and Vic, who lost his shit over a chocolate bar, infamously.
Damn, I forgot that was him. I recognize
Yeah.
the enchilada guy, but not that guy who really triggered the events of that movie with his anger problems.
And how funny that he's just as unstable in this movie as he was in New Beginning.
Yeah, like
The
he
irony.
specializes in playing douchebags. Hey
Mark
Frank,
Venturini.
damn, he knows his name and everything.
I mean,
Like, I know Tom Matthews and
I'm
Linnea Quigley, and that's about it for this movie. Although I do enjoy the cast, I don't have the names jotted down.
I'm a Friday the 13th nerd, so I know his name.
Yeah, you're a nerd. I agree.
Thank you for that. But anyways, the important part here is that we meet Freddy's friends. Three that matter. The rest are just kind of filler. Which is kind of funny for a movie like this because usually you would expect filler characters to add to the body count. But this movie doesn't have a very high body count, at least not until the very end.
Well, I mean, unless you count the zombies themselves.
No, but
There's a few
you
people
know,
that get got.
there's a few people, but largely I think it's just suicide and scuzz and the paramedics and the cops. I'm talking I'm not talking about like the paramedics and the cops are kind of like they're kind of like red shirts in Star Trek. They're just there to
Mm.
die in this movie. I'm talking more about like the main cast. We don't get a high body count from the main cast again until the end, the last seconds of the movie. But it's fine. Doesn't take away from the movie for me. Freddy's friends are going to meet up with Freddy at work. They're all kind of incredulous that he has a job when you look at this gang and none of them look particularly employed.
Yeah.
Then we're back at the medical supply warehouse, and Frank is telling Freddy about these barrels.
That they have in the basement.
And he explains that trioxin is a toxic chemical that was designed to be sprayed on marijuana but animates dead corpses.
Yeah, it's kind of a different end result than what they wanted, but alright.
Why would you spray this on marijuana? Is it
Do you
just like
think
a
they were trying to like produce marijuana or kill it? It's like a weed killer for marijuanas
well,
that they're
my
mass
question is
producing.
more, were you trying to kill the marijuana or were you trying to kill the people who enjoy the marijuana?
Well, it sounded from the way he was telling the story that it was being produced for soldiers, so I guess they were trying to boost it somehow for whatever reason. But like you say, he was vague about it.
For soldiers, so we could have gotten some like otherworldly Captain America
Oh yeah, high
with
as
a
a
whole
kite, Captain America.
with a whole different kind of serum this time.
Exactly right.
So Frank takes Freddy to see the corpses in the basement, opens up the lid to one of the barrels, and you see this like creepy mummified face looking through a window.
Yeah, it's not moving or anything. It's just there staring
But why
upwards.
why is there a window?
In case you want to have a look. This is the scenario where you need the window. You see, when an old dude tries to show a new employee the ropes.
No wonder Frank wants to show it off. There's
I
a
know, right?
window. I think I would do the same.
Yeah, I'd show it to every new person that starts. Want to see a dead body? I mean, apart from the ones that we have up here, there's some more down there.
Freddy has some concerns about the safety of this whole operation, but
But it's completely
Frank
safe.
Frank assures him that it's completely safe, taps on one of the barrels, says they're made by the US Army Corps of Engineers,
And they would
the
never
same
fuck up.
folks who brought you New Orleans. Yikes.
Yeah, he
Wow.
taps the side of one of these drums and loads of gas spills out. Like famous last words saying that it's perfectly safe. The gas pours out. Freddy and Frank, I guess they pass out for a few minutes, and we get a shot of this zombie corpse that's in there. Well, it's not a zombie now, but it's gonna be. This corpse that's in the drum, it sort of like melts away a bit, and we cut to the opening credits.
Yes, but you also see the cadaver being reanimated.
Yeah,
Then we cut to some rich guy's house.
Colonel.
It's Colonel Glover, who is an absolute dickbag to his wife.
Yeah, I forget what the meal was, but she mentions what she's cooked for dinner, and he's like, "I had that earlier,"
She
really
said she
gruffly.
cooked him his favorite, lamb chops. He was like,
Yeah,
well, that's what I had for lunch, bitch. Well, he
like
didn't say bitch, but like, you might as well have the way he spoke to her.
I mean, if I had my favorite meal twice in a day, I wouldn't be complaining.
I
I'd be
wouldn't
quite
either.
happy.
Additionally, if I came home every day to a home cooked meal,
Yeah,
I don't think
it's
it
the
would really
ideal,
be
isn't it?
my place to complain. Men are going to be men. What can I say?
How dare you?
So tell me I'm wrong.
No, you go ahead. I know not to do that with women. But yeah, he makes his way. He makes his
who
way to
could
his office anyway. After being rude.
who cooks you dinner?
My girlfriend's going to be cooking me dinner today.
Nice. All
I
right.
know, right?
Yeah, so my whole takeaway from this scene is that he's a dick to his wife. There's really not much else to glean from it.
Well, he does go to his office to make a little phone call. It's kind of like an exposition dump. But the takeaway from the call he makes is that I guess the army is basically looking for these drums that are in the basement. They don't know they're there somehow.
Yes, they've been
And
searching for them. How they lost them is beyond me. It's a little bit
yeah,
stupid, but
yeah, it's not really developed, but who cares? This is just a setup for something further down the line.
we're back with Freddy's friends, and they're driving down the road, and they arrive at Unita, but they can't get Freddy right away. So they decide to go to Resurrection Cemetery because they just want to party.
As you do.
And what better place is there to party but a cemetery?
And what better name for a cemetery than Resurrection? Especially in a movie like this. Yeah, I love that for
This is the good resurrection.
them.
We don't talk about Halloween Resurrection.
No, we do not. And certain actors who are in that movie that shouldn't have been in that movie.
You leave Busta Rhymes alone.
I mean, I say actor.
You leave Busta Rhymes alone.
I would, I would, I would love nothing more than to leave him alone in all his work.
He did the best he could.
That's what's tragic about it. But yeah, they decide to go into the Resurrection Cemetery, and Trash is very enthusiastic about this idea. She digs it.
They want to party, and that's when Frank and Freddie wake up from the toxic gas. They're kind of trying to get their bearings, and that's when they find that one of the split dogs is alive.
Yeah, they hear dog sounds and go to investigate, and it's there on the floor, like wiggling away.
As alive as you can be when you're only half a dog. It's not like he's playing fetch.
It's it's kind of a disturbing scene. Like generally, this movie's fun, but like the visual of half a dog just there suffering, not really for me. They didn't slice up a dog for this movie. That's
They
good to
did
know.
not slice up a dog for this movie. At this point, though, I find myself asking, like, why don't Freddie and Frank just leave? That's when I would get in my car and get the fuck out.
Peace out, but they don't.
Deuces.
I
No,
mean,
they don't.
they're still on the clock. They've got to stay, you know. Working men with principles.
I mean, as we learn as the movie progresses, even if they had gotten out, it's too late. Their fate was sealed before the opening credits rolled.
And the
So,
cadaver in the freezer is also moving around now. This yellow guy. I call him Homer.
and the body in the barrel, the one that we know he affectionately referred to as Tarman,
He's
has
MIA right now.
disappeared. And Trash has a very important question for Spider. She wants to know if he ever fantasizes about being killed. Do you ever fantasize about being killed?
Is that a question for me? Are you just
Yes.
quoting?
No, I'm
Um,
asking you.
I wouldn't say fantasize. Imagine being killed, but it's not like a positive fantasy.
Same, right?
You probably
Because
have positive ones associated with Jason and whatnot.
I wouldn't hate to be choked to death by Jason.
Okay.
There's actually a list: Jason, Michael, Bubba, Corey Cunningham.
Oh God. One sneak.
He is sexy as fuck. He's not a sneak. Tom Matthews. I should make a list,
It would be a long list, I think,
uh,
from the sounds of it.
like honestly, for the
You
most
ran off
part,
a few names quite quickly there.
I mean, those. Let's just lay out
That's
my cards on the table. That's just the men. I think
okay.
the list of women that I would want to be strangled to death by is probably 5 times as long.
Okay.
And we'll put
It's
Linnea
real.
Quigley on that list.
Okay.
Trash is asking the important questions, the deep philosophical questions. And then she
Cheers.
asks him what he thinks the most horrible way to die would be. So now I have to ask you, what do you think the most horrible way to die is?
Strapped to a chair, eyes taped open, watching Skinnamarink for a week.
I
I
meant
don't know.
seriously.
I feel like drowning would be pretty horrible.
That's mine too.
Yeah.
And like, obviously, you have scenes like Terrifier 2 where some sadistic bastard comes at you with salt and bleach. and you think like, oh my God, that's bad. That's
Yeah,
pretty, my answer is pretty much any death that is prolonged.
yeah. Anything that's slow and painful, I could do without.
If you're
I
gonna
just
put like a gun up to my temple or decapitate me, fine. At least I won't feel it.
yeah, it'll be over pretty quickly.
Drowning is probably my biggest fear, and whenever I watch a movie that depicts drowning, I struggle with those scenes. I don't know why. It feels, I don't say it feels real, but that's scary to me because you can literally feel the air exiting your lungs. Oh God.
Yeah, just a helpless situation.
Exactly. And if you're awake, like you know what's happening. Yeah, no, that sounds like the worst thing in the world to me.
Yeah, like outside of something extreme, like the Terrifier example, in terms of something that is plausible to happen, like drowning's probably the worst thing for me that I could
Yeah.
think of. But that's not Trash's idea of the worst death. Hers is being surrounded by old men who start biting and eating her alive.
Well, first, they take off her clothes.
No.
Yeah, that's literally what she says
Oh,
as
okay.
she takes off her
I thought
clothes.
you were skipping ahead to the scene.
No, 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 no. When
But
she
wait,
describes
trying
the
to
worst.
correct me here? I was right.
No.
Fuck you.
Oh my God.
How
Calm
dare
down.
you?
You need a
Now,
Xanax.
wanted a new podcast co-host.
Shut up.
I'm sick of her shit after 5 episodes.
Oh, that
But
feels like projection.
you're right though. The old man do rip off her clothes first in her fantasy.
Because she says first they take off my clothes, and as she says it, she removes her shirt.
Yeah. Let's get some light over here. Trash is taking off her clothes again.
God bless her.
I know, right? She makes a massive contribution to the plot right here.
I mean, she makes two massive contributions to the plot.
I like it. That was good. Gets up there, does a dance.
We get that banger by SSQ, and she starts dancing completely naked except for leg warmers. Interesting fashion choice.
I like it.
The whole scene kind of makes me laugh every time I watch it. I don't know if you know the backstory here. The director, when they started filming this, he told her to shave. I guess she had some bush, and he told her to shave for the dancing scene, for the full frontal scene. And she did. And then apparently, once she did, the director didn't love the look. So she's wearing a prosthetic
Yeah, I
on her
remember
lady
watching
parts.
I watched a documentary recently that covered that. Covered that. But yeah, I know the story.
Nice dad joke there. But
Thank you. That's what I bring to this podcast.
it's just funny because every time I watch this scene now, I zero in on that prosthetic. I could not have picked it out of a lineup before.
Yeah, I mean it's like that with a lot of effects work. Like if you just watch it as a regular movie watcher, you don't necessarily see stuff like that. But once you know that it's there, you sort of focus in on it. You zoom in, and it sticks out. You've probably ruined the movie for me now that you've mentioned it and the way that you have. Next time I watch it, I'll just be like, "Oh, it's a prosthetic. I'm taken out of this scene now."
I found out about this years ago and it has not ruined. It's still 5-star movie. She climbs up on top of a gravestone or a crypt and she starts dancing.
In cinema.
It is cinema. Who doesn't want to dance on a grave? And I want to say most people probably have a specific grave that they would want to dance on. I know I do.
Nice. Who? Or is that too much? Is that too personal?
That's too personal.
Okay. I don't know if I have anyone's grave that I specifically want to dance on.
There's
Maybe
probably a couple of dozen people that want to dance on yours.
whatever. I plan to outlive them. Just out of
Oh,
spite.
so you're like a cockroach.
Yeah. Can't
Oh,
kill me.
well,
We're back to the
nobody's
um
perfect.
we're back to the funeral home now, aren't we? Is it a funeral home or is that the other place?
They're still at the Unita warehouse. At
You need
this
a
point,
warehouse.
Frank's boss, Bert, has arrived and he suggests destroying the evidence, which seems like a good enough plan, except for the fact that two of his staff are now infected. So I don't think his plan is really going to make a difference in the end.
Yeah, but
Just have a feeling.
he's not aware of that just yet, though. He is aware that the cadaver in the freezer's up and about, and he uses his knowledge of, I guess, zombie movies in in his plan for dealing with this cadaver. They let it out of the freezer. It's all yellow and hungry, and it comes at them. They manage to subdue it.
They hit him in the head with a pickaxe and he's still alive. They then saw his head off and he's still alive. So you
He just
can
won't quit.
you can break down these zombies and separate their individual parts, but their individual parts will still be animated. So they dismember this cadaver that has just woken up and put him into separate garbage bags. Put the pieces into separate garbage bags. I mean, it's a zombie. We're supposed to believe it can't get through a garbage bag?
Well, if it's dismembered, it's probably going to have a bit more difficulty. But anyway, the point is that George Romero lied. Destroying the brain or removing the head doesn't work.
Okay, but George Romero is not a zombie expert,
He
mainly
lied to
because
us through
zombies
movies.
zombies are not real. But
Anyway,
you know what? Knowing like some of the governments in this world, there might be a chemical somewhere, very much like trioxin, sitting in a barrel.
we can only hope.
We're back in the cemetery, and this is the moment that really makes me dislike Tina, Freddie's girlfriend. She tells Trash to put some clothes on.
Rude.
Like, who the fuck do you think you are?
Yeah.
Let her live her life.
Meanwhile, Trash is rubbing up against suicide.
She's feeling spooky,
She's feeling
which
him.
I translate spooky to horny
that's,
because she looks like she just,
that's certainly the vibe I got from her.
she needs to let off some steam.
But he's
And
crazy
yeah,
because he doesn't fold immediately like I would have done. He actually, he actually tells her to show respect for the dead.
she's completely naked and she's like gyrating up against him.
I mean, show
I
respect for the dead. Personally, if hot people want to do it on my grave, it's not going to affect me.
I would have folded the second she took her clothes off, and this guy's
Well,
just.
she had to do a dance first. Yeah, I get what you mean.
She doesn't need to dance.
And she comes and rubs up on me.
Oh my
It's
god.
curtains.
Right? Like, whatever you want, I will give it to you. Take all my money. Here's my wallet. Suicide is completely unfazed. Tells her to show some respect, and I'm just like, between him and the one telling her to put her clothes back on, these kids are no fun.
Yeah, they're bummers.
I thought they liked to party. Let her
Can't keep up
party
with
naked,
Trash.
right?
She goes too hard for them.
I would love to try to keep up with her.
Hell yeah.
At this point, Bert enlists his friend Ernie, can't make this shit up, who works at a crematorium to incinerate the reanimated corpse pieces. And they tell him it's a bag of weasels.
Rabid weasels.
But the takeaway here is Bert and Ernie. I
That's the main thing. Their names are Bert and Ernie.
it is.
What's wrong, Bert? What's in the bag, Bert?
Oh my god. Your Ernie is terrible.
My everything is terrible. I can't do impressions with voice like this.
That's okay.
I know. Maybe you'll find a more talented co-host in the future. Who knows?
You'll do.
You'll settle.
Yeah,
You're stuck in here with me now.
Uh, it's been 3 years. I don't want to break in a new friend. And you know where all the bodies are buried, so I'm kind of stuck, aren't I?
Yeah, about 300 yards away from your home. In that little wooded area.
There is no wooded area near my home. Stop that.
I'm doing the little wonder wink at the microphone right now. There
Wanda?
isn't.
That's not Wanda.
It is, isn't it? It's
No,
Catherine Hahn.
it's Agatha. Wanda
Oh,
is
Wanda's the
Elizabeth
other one.
Olsen.
Isn't it in One
Yes.
Division though? The
It
show.
is in WandaVision, but
Well, there you go.
It's
So it's
Agatha
a Wonder
that
Wink
does the
because it's in the
wink.
show that's named after Wanda. I know it's Agatha. I'm calling it the Wonder Wink. It sounds better.
You're so high maintenance mentally. Okay, yes.
Comic book
Wa-
movie fans are gonna come for me again. You
I'm
guys
gonna.
really, you guys really
I'm.
want to be mad? Go look at my MCU ranking on Letterboxd. You'll love it.
I am a CBM fan. I'm gonna come for you. So I'm gonna
Sounds
swim
weird out of
across.
context, but okay.
I'm gonna. I'm gonna swim across the Atlantic just to shank you.
Where were we?
The gang, Freddy's friends, they're
Yeah,
still
we're sort of
partying.
pinballing between these two settings right now.
Yeah,
It's like that
this
throughout the movie.
it is, and the scenes aren't very fluid, but you don't notice it. Honestly,
No, it works.
it's just it does because the entire movie is so like off the wall. So the lack of scene structure kind of works in this movie. But Freddy's friends are still partying, and Tina leaves to go and meet him. And
Yeah.
at this point, Bert and Ernie are discussing the cremation. They cremate the body parts, and there's smoke coming out the chimney, but it's not smoke, it's the deadly gas.
Yeah, it rises into the air, and I guess it triggers a kind of acid rain effect, right?
Yeah, it contaminates the air, creating a toxic rainfall that reanimates the corpses in Resurrection Cemetery. We don't see that yet, but it's raining down on the cemetery really hard,
Some good old
which
fashioned British weather. Made me
puts a
feel at home.
puts a damper on the party that they're having.
Puts a
Although
damper on trash as well. She's not just naked, she's now sopping wet. Again, cinema.
you're not wrong, the way they all run for the car
It's just piled
because
into
of
the
the
car.
rain. And I'm just like, no, 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 guys, stay outside. Get wet.
I know, right?
For me, it's just that's the way I wish this movie would have gone. If it was my movie, Suicide would have taken off his clothes too.
Stay outside, get wet.
Exactly. Oh, good. And at this point, Frank and Freddie are very sick.
Yeah. They're looking all cold and clammy. They're starting to hurt a bit.
We're supposed to believe at this point that they're poisons, but obviously there's like this looming question about whether or not they're going to turn into zombies.
Yeah.
But
But
Ernie calls the paramedics regardless.
yeah, and he tells them that he suspects that they've been poisoned.
He
That's the
doesn't know
story he
with what.
gives anyway. Yeah, it's not very helpful. Just get here.
Tina is walking around the Unita warehouse looking for Freddy, and that's when Tarman awakes looking for brains.
Yeah, she like heads down to the basement, sees the empty container, and then next thing you know, Tarman's on her, styling and profiling in his own unique way. He has this great walk that he does.
You wish you had his swagger.
I know his style, his aura, his height. He's quite tall, actually.
So she hides from Tarman, and her friends hear her screams, and they come looking for her. Supposedly to rescue her. And you know what? Suicide is very valiant. He runs down to the basement to help Tina.
Hell yeah, this is where
And
the redemption arc starts, guys.
he's a
Uh,
little bit overzealous, and unfortunately, he pays for his overzealousness.
pays in
Tarman
brains.
just grabs him and bites his face. And
Takes
two
a big old
seconds later,
chunk
he's
out.
on the ground. He's done. He's gone.
But it's okay because they get Tina out of there.
I wish it was Scuzz. I wish Suicide had more Screen time.
Yeah, we need a douchebag. We love our douchebags here. We've established that already.
Trent forever.
Yeah, I was just going to say you're the world's biggest Trent stan.
I am.
We'll get to that in a future episode as well.
That man has game. He's got what do the kids call it? Riz.
Yeah, we're down with the kids. We know all the slang.
I am not. I think that word is so stupid. I don't even know. I feel dirty having said it. I'm gonna shower after this. But Tarman bites Suicide's face and immediately wants more brains. It's kind of like Dial Z for zombies on The
how,
Simpsons
how
Treehouse
did
of
I know
Horror.
it was going to be a Simpsons reference?
Because you know what? It's probably
Well, it's based on this, isn't it?
um
I mean, I guess the episode takes a bunch of sources, but a
I
lot
can't
of
really
that's Return of the
say.
Living
Like
Dead. There's
so,
talking zombies, brains.
I'm not sure. Some of the Treehouse of Terror segments are very obviously um homages to certain movies. Like you have Nightmare on Evergreen Terrace. Obviously, it's Nightmare on Elm Street. This one is not really a movie. It's just more zombies. And yeah, I think they took from a bunch of
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, it's like dips into a grab bag of zombie movies, and this is
But
one of them.
that scene is peak when the zombies finally crash the Simpsons house and they're all screaming brains, brains,
Leave
and
my family. Take me.
Homer decides to sacrifice himself to save his family. And one of the zombies like knocks on his head and you hear this like hollow knocking sound.
It pushes him away. It's
Pushes him away.
brains.
Brains.
Homer's little look on his face as well. He's so
R-
offended.
Right? Well, I think that's suicide because Tarman is not
He's not
satisfied.
satisfied. Low quality grey matter.
But good news, the paramedics are finally here.
They're here to save the day
Yeah. And
and
roll
diagnose whatever the
credits,
fuck's going on with these two guys.
right? They saved the day. Roll credits. That was a quick episode this week.
Okay, that's not what happens. The credits do not roll.
No.
They try to read the vital signs of Freddy and Frank, but there are none. They're basically dead, but not dead.
Ye-
Undead, if you will. We'll call them deadish.
Meanwhile, Freddy's friends decide to go back to the cemetery to mud wrestle.
Been
Everybody
there.
just jumps in the mud for absolutely no reason. I like the creative choice. Whoever decided that Linnea Quigley was going to roll around naked in some mud, chef's kiss.
A
Thank you for
visionary.
that.
But she does get left behind by the others, essentially, and
Well, she gets killed.
this is where she bites it.
She well
Or
she
it bites her.
she gets killed because while these kids are mud wrestling, that's when the toxic rainfall finally awakens all the bodies in the cemetery. So everybody makes a quick exit, but Trash, the irony here, Trash dies in the way that she described earlier
Yeah,
when she
essentially it's
said
a slight alteration of what she was talking about. They're not all old men, they're just gross men and women.
everybody's grabbing at her. But that's it for Trash, or is it? That's it for Trash as we know her.
Yeah, Trash 1.0 is done.
Freddy's friends finally arrive at the mortuary. Yeah, because somebody said they saw Freddy go into the mortuary. So they arrive at the mortuary with zombies chasing them, minus Trash, of course. And two of the unimportant ones, I'm not sure what their names are. One of them is Chuck, the other one is Casey? Yes. Chuck and Casey somehow get separated from the group. Spider, Scuzz, and Tina all end up at the mortuary while Gary and Casey end up back at the Unita warehouse. And Trash is still in the cemetery.
Trashing out.
Spider tells Bert and Ernie about the zombies just as Tina finds Freddy, and he looks like death warmed over. And you know what? I still would.
I know you mentioned that when we were watching it. I was shocked and appalled, but not so
You were
much because it's you.
you were not shocked and appalled. Look,
Contextually, it's bad, but it's also you. So I
Tom
get it.
Matthews, call me. That's all.
He's still around, right?
Hey, yes, do not ever manifest that.
I didn't manifest anyway, it's just a question.
Yes, he's still around. He's still doing movies.
Are the paramedics dead by this point? Because I know they go outside to Do they go to
Mm,
call for backup?
yes, they run outside and they die almost immediately.
Great success.
It's pretty funny how useless the paramedics and the cops are in this movie.
Yeah,
But
those two guys, they managed to get onto the radio, but it's pretty soon after that both of them get ripped apart and have their heads caved in.
then one of my favorite parts of the movie is when the zombie, this resourceful zombie, hears the dispatcher on their radio and he takes the radio and requests that they send more paramedics because he's hungry. They're all hungry.
Yeah, that's the thing about these zombies. It's sort of a nice twist on the format that these zombies do have some kind of intelligence to them still. They are able to speak and they are able to think. And there's a couple that employ some really effective strategies in this movie to get more brains. I respect it. I love that for them.
It's one of those things, no matter how many times I watch the movie, it never gets any less funny.
Yeah. Romero kind of does something like that in Land of the Dead, where the zombies, I guess they have a kind of memory of their old lives and they're able to put that into practice. But this, it's not them learning stuff, it's them remembering stuff. And they're still capable of thought, they're still capable of, as we say, strategy. And it's a nice spin. It adds to the fun. It gives you a few laughs when they do stuff like that.
Gives you a few laughs, but also I like the intelligent zombies. This is why my favorite zombie, always and forever,
I know
will be
this.
Bub.
We love Bob.
We love Bub. He's precious. Bert then tells the kids about the barrel and the chemical, mainly because one of them pulls a knife. It's a very effective way to get information.
Works for me every time. They love me at the post office. Yeah,
Freddy's now in full panic mode. He's in a lot of pain.
he's falling apart here.
His muscles are stiffening up, which I
Giggity.
don't see the downside. Yeah, I don't see the downside there. And the mortician tells him that rigor mortis is setting in.
And he's still on the clock at this point, right? Marianne. Marianne. He's still on the clock, right? So what does that make him, Marianne?
I don't know.
A working stiff. I'm here all week, folks.
Oh my
I'm here
god.
every week, folks.
I
Unfortunately
was
for some of you.
no, but if he's got rigor mortis, Tina needs to get in there. There's like only a short window where she
Yeah.
can
Last chance saloon here, Tina.
take advantage of that rigor mortis without turning into a zombie herself.
You are sick, lady.
The places my mind goes. I don't know what to say. His muscles are stiffening up. That that's the only line I heard in that entire scene, and then I kind of got lost in my thoughts.
But again, it's all okay because we have more paramedics showing up, and these ones are really going to save the day. Oh wait, no,
Except
they're immediately swarmed.
I was gonna say they
They're dead.
barely they barely get the chance to step out of their
Yeah,
ambulance. Like
yeah. They get
boots
out the
on the
ambulance, walk about
boots on the
5 feet.
ground, dead.
Hell yeah, that's a quick death though. That's better than drowning.
They're food in this movie.
Like literally not even characters. They just show up, get
Nice
eaten.
little snack. At this point, everybody inside the mortuary, they're boarding up the windows, they're blocking the doors.
And the zombies are actively trying to get in.
They are. And Scuzz is killed in all the chaos. And I know what you're going to say. Who is Scuzz?
Literally who?
He's the one that pulled a knife on Bert, and he's the only one other than Suicide that was dressed head to toe in leather. But other than that, he's not very memorable, except for his name, which just sounds disgusting.
Yeah, a really rotted and skeletal zombie latches onto his head. And as his friends try to save him, I guess, they also pull her into the funeral home.
Well, they don't pull her in, they pull her top half in.
Well, yeah, well, that counts. It's the main half, really, at this point.
They tie her to a table because they want to question her. Maybe they
Yeah,
want to tickle her.
it's interrogation time. That's how to get answers out of me. You start tickling me, I'll lose control. I'll be like, oh, I'll tell you anything. Stop.
It is a form of torture. I hate being tickled. Everybody thinks it's so funny. I will literally cut you if you tickle me.
I
I
mean, I laugh, but it's not really funny. I can't help but laugh. We get more boobs at this point, but they're slightly less pleasant than Linnea's. They're all green and wrinkly.
You know what? All boobs matter.
Okay.
Somebody somewhere out there would still motorboat them.
Okay. Yeah. We horror fans were a sick bunch, so
I mean,
you're
I
right.
would
There's a
still
few out
motorboat
there.
them. I just love
No, you wouldn't.
boobs. Yes, I would.
Not this
I I
haggard,
love
green, rotted old woman. Let's be
I
serious.
love boobs.
I feel like you're. I feel like you're probably going to be editing some stuff in this episode.
Maybe not.
Maybe not. We're just gonna put the whole thing up unedited.
No, I'm gonna edit it. Even if they're green. Like, who cares?
Green boobs matter.
That lovely young lady from Total Recall.
Okay.
She
I
has
heard.
three.
Well, there's a character in American Horror Story like that too. Go to hell, triple tits.
Yeah, no, 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 no. Total Recall did it first and they did it better.
Wow, the Angela Bassett slander.
I love
No, she
Angela
said it now.
Bassett. She's
That's
one of
too
my
late
favorite.
now.
No, she's one of my favorite actresses.
Okay, don't be mad at me here.
You've never seen Total Recall.
I've never seen Total Recall.
Oh my god.
I
And you
know.
have
Is
the
that bad?
audacity. Yes, it is bad. And
The
you have the
audacity.
fucking audacity to tell me you're going to fix me?
I'm an audacious person.
You can no longer talk to me about fixing me, but I will fix you and we will watch Total Recall.
Okay.
But today we're still talking about
Imagine I don't like it.
you don't have to like it.
Just have to see it.
Yeah. I don't make you like things. I mean, if I was going to make you like
You
things,
tried.
I'd start with Halloween Ends.
No.
But I love that every time a really bad movie comes out, you reevaluate Halloween Ends. Just a little bit.
Do I?
Like, well, yeah, you used to hate on it really hard. And then Exorcist Believer came out, and then Strangers Chapter 1 came out. I mean, even at the beginning of this recording,
Yeah, those are much worse
I
movies.
mentioned I mentioned those three movies, and you were like, Halloween Ends is the best of the three. A year ago, a year and a half ago, I could not have paid you to say a nice thing about Halloween Ends.
It's all relative, isn't it? I mean, if you put a movie next to Exorcist Believer, there's a good chance it's gonna win out.
Be nice. They did the best they could.
They did not.
We're getting off track here because we have a half a zombie tied to a table. They're going to interrogate her. Maybe they're going to engage in some S&M,
Oh God.
autoerotic asphyxiation. I don't know. I mean, they pull out a rope. It can go either way. But no, they tie her to a table and she speaks. The zombies speak
It
in
speaks.
this movie beyond, brains. So she tells them that the zombies can feel themselves rotting and that eating brains relieves the pain.
That's what it's about. Pain relief. It's like their ibuprofen.
Take two Tylenol and sleep it off. Except
Take
instead of two
take two
Tylenol, it's two
brains.
brains.
If there were eating challenges for brains, these people would be killing it.
Quite literally killing it. This is when zombie trash awakens.
She rises from the mud,
Our fucking queen.
all smurfified. She's blue now,
Yeah, well, she's dead.
with red hair still.
Her face is a little bit bumpy. But yes, her hair remains intact and her boobs remain intact, as does the prosthetic, miraculously, which they've now painted blue.
Yeah. And zombie trash hates homeless people because this poor homeless guy is just there minding his own business, pushing his trolley along. And he hears a noise and then looks out into this fog and just sees trash emerge from it. Nude, blue, still looking hot.
She's strutting.
Yeah, she is. She's in
She's
her
got a
element
nice
now.
little strut. And you know what? Like, this homeless
That's
dude is one lucky SOB.
what a way to go out. A king's death. Back to the funeral home though, and Bert's got another idea. Freddie and Frank need to be locked away in case they start acting up. So they take him to the chapel. Well, they're not like nibbling on anyone right now. They're just in a lot
They're
of
not,
pain, and
but the signs are there. The paramedics
they are
said
zombifying.
they had no vitals, and just the way they're starting to look, I think everybody in the group at this point suspects that they are becoming zombies.
So to the chapel they go, where they carry them screaming in pain. Poor guys.
And Tina refuses to leave Freddy.
She's loyal.
She's hoping that rigor mortis is still in effect.
So true. That's exactly what happens.
No, she's just painfully stupid. Why would you want to be locked in there with him? She's just holding him. She's cuddling with him.
But it's all good though because more good guys show up to save the day. Some cops. And they go to investigate what's going on around those ambulances that are parked
They
up.
no, you don't understand because those cops
I understand.
last even less time than the paramedics did.
Yeah, they last
Like,
long enough to see the one paramedic getting eaten with his brains spilling out his head,
I'm
and
pretty
then
sure
it's
one of
curtains
them
for
is
them.
still getting out of the police car when they're attacked. Like, it's just instant.
Yeah,
Dumb cops in horror movies are undefeated.
fast zombies, slow cops.
Come to our comments. Let us know who the dumbest cops in horror are. I nominate these two idiots, along with the other cops that we're going to see in a few minutes at the barricade. But I want to hear your thoughts, everybody's thoughts on who they think the dumbest horror movie police officer is. You know
Doofy
what?
doesn't count because he was faking.
Doofy doesn't count. I'm going to make a bold statement here.
It's gonna be
I'm changing my answer. These
don't
two are
say
not. These guys aren't the dumbest cops.
who is.
You know who I'm going to say.
I dread who you're gonna say.
Dewey Riley
I
is
knew
the
you were gonna
dumbest
say
cop in
Dewey
horror.
Riley. No,
Dewey
leave him
Riley,
alone.
listen, he is portrayed as the most incompetent fucking cop. In part one, he's completely incapacitated in the third act. Part two, same thing. He gets incapacitated. Part three, he gets knocked out when Ghostface throws a gun.
He does shoot Roman though, so it's not all bad.
He does shoot Roman, but not only does he not really get anything done, he never comes even remotely close to correctly guessing who Ghostface is.
Yeah, I wanted to say that in Scream 4 he wasn't so bad, but now that I think about it, he was always lagging behind Gale. And even at the end, Gale's the one that figures out that Jill's the other ghost face. He's like,
Exactly.
"Brr." He goes and gets the
He's
shit beaten out of him.
as a
He's
police
not effective.
officer, his investigation skills and his instincts are portrayed extremely poorly. So I'm probably going to pay the price for saying that, but yes, Dewey is the dumbest cop in the horror genre, and these
Rude.
guys in Return of the Living Dead are close second. I'm not rude, I'm sorry.
We'll pose the question to the listeners anyway. We'll let
I,
them decide. I feel like Dewey's probably going to be a common answer, sadly.
I'm not sure though. Look, I love Scream and I love the Dewey character. It's kind of something I don't discuss in a public forum because the discourse gets very nasty very quickly.
No, you're lying.
I will just say you can love a character dearly and still recognize their flaws.
I know.
Anyways, after our two stupid cops die, another resourceful zombie gets on the radio and says, "We need more cops."
Love that for him.
They just want a snack.
Relatable. Me at 3 a.m.
Me too, with my cheese.
Your fried pickles.
I don't eat fried pickles at 3 a.m.
Okay. Well, it's 3 a.m. my time. You're usually eating them. But guess
3
you're in a
a.m.
different time zone.
Your time is 10 p.m. my time.
You're on
Mm.
fake Canada time. They're not even a real country anyway. In Canada. Did you see Robin Williams performing it at the Oscars? That was
I
good.
did.
I enjoyed that.
Yes, let's legitimize this fuck ass song.
Let's. I agree with what you just said.
The zombies, they're still hungry. They have the munchies.
You know who else is hungry at this point? Freddy and
Freddy.
Frank.
Well, no.
Freddy more
Just
so. He's more ravenous than Frank.
my takeaway from this scene is that Freddy has completely lost control.
Yeah, he's not
He,
having.
he's no, but he's no longer in control of himself, whereas Frank still is,
Hmm.
which we'll see in a scene that's coming up. But at this point, Freddy does try to bite Tina.
Yeah,
There's no critical thinking here.
she's not smart. But it's okay because the others bust in and save her. They throw acid in Freddy's face. Ernie throws acid in his face.
Bert, Ernie, and Spider rescue her, and Frank escapes in the chaos. He doesn't hurt anybody. He just, once the chapel doors are open,
Just slips
he
out.
scurries away. At this point, Bert and Spider take the cop car that was left outside and they leave Ernie and Tina behind. How could Bert do that to Ernie?
Send in your Bert and Ernie impressions, guys.
Oh god, no, please no. I don't want to get voice memos in the DMs. Stop that.
Bert tries to justify himself by saying that they'll send help back, which becomes a non-factor very quickly because there's a little zombie roadblock that gets them.
The zombies are the reason that they have to leave. Bert and Spider run to the car, and that's when
They get swarmed.
our queen
Our
comes
queen.
with her army of zombies. They had no choice.
It was improvised, but
It
like I
was.
say, they don't get far anyway because they run into more zombies.
They get to the Unita warehouse where they crash the car and find
Totally.
Casey and Chuck, two of Freddy's friends that got separated from the group. And we do get a few scenes of them like wandering around the Unita building. They're looking for a phone.
But they're the less interesting scenes in this movie.
Well, it's not even that they're bad scenes. The characters are just,
But yeah.
I don't care.
But we get a much sadder death scene before that, don't we? Bored Frank.
You kind of feel like he's still in control
And this proves
because
it.
he has the wherewithal to climb into the incinerator and
Take care of himself. He doesn't want to be eating brains. He wants to go out this way.
you get a really nice scene before he jumps in where he takes off his wedding ring and he gives it a little kiss.
Oh, sweetie.
He mentions his wife a few times in the movie. Like at the beginning, he mentions that
Yeah.
he's got a really good roast beef dinner waiting for him at home.
But he's the roast beef now.
Aw.
Into the incinerator he goes. Cremates himself. R.I.P. Frank.
He knows
My hero.
that he's going through the change.
And then we get more cops showing up who get tricked by a different cop who's zombified. He has like a little light in his hand, so waves them to stop. Which they do, and then I think one of them tries to get out the car, right?
Yep.
Just as all the zombies swarming. Am I correct in thinking Trish is there? Yeah.
She's ever present.
But yeah,
At
another
this
resourceful zombie.
Yeah, so many resourceful zombies. There at this point, Ernie and Tina have taken refuge in the mortuary's attic. Freddy chased them up there. They locked the door. Well, it's not really a lock. They just kind of put a 2x4 over
Yeah.
the door to
And
keep him out.
he's
And
hanging around still, talking shit.
he's hanging around. He's not talking shit. He's trying to manipulate the fuck out of Tina. At first,
That's a kind of shit talk.
he starts off by saying he loves her, and then it very quickly devolves into "I need to eat your brains."
I'll climb over your brains. Which you would have been fine with. We've established that by now.
I mean,
Come up here and eat me out, Tom Matthews.
I feel judgment in your voice when you say that, and I don't know why.
I would never judge you. What do you mean?
You don't have the right to judge me, and we'll leave it at that.
She has receipts, guys. She's shown me them.
The gang at the warehouse at this point, they go down into the basement because they need a phone.
But they have to take care of Tarman first. Baseball bat. He swings away.
Our zombie gets the nickname Tarman courtesy of Spider. Miguel Nunez just plays so many iconic roles. He's the enchilada guy. He's the guy who gave Tarman his nickname. Why doesn't he have an Oscar? Like
I mean,
the
for one of those
Academy,
movies at
the
least.
Academy's fumbled.
Best supporting actor, surely. He's
Supporting.
fun in both those movies.
How dare you? He is a
Well, he's
star.
a support. He's a supporting actor. He can be a star and still be a supporting actor.
So at
But
this
yeah,
point,
I like enchilada guy. That's what I called him in my notes.
his
Uh,
name in Friday the 13th is Demon.
okay, it's not enchilada guy.
It's not Enchilada Guy.
Oh, it's close. Enchilada demon.
After they subdue Tarman, Bert finally finds the phone in the basement and he decides to call the phone number that is on the side of the barrel.
Triggering the end game.
We're in the end game now.
Gets forward. The call gets forwarded to the colonel that we met earlier.
He spends a couple of minutes on the phone with Bert and he's furiously taking notes.
In Kentucky, are you? Yeah, this is my second favorite Kentucky colonel. Not gonna lie. Although I guess he's not based in Kentucky. He's just dealing with Kentucky.
Zombie Tom Matthews is innocent. Never did a thing to anyone except for
But yeah,
Tina, but she doesn't matter because
fuck Tina.
she wants Trash to put her clothes back on.
She was out of line. It's true.
Can we all have our tits out, please? I want to live in a world where everybody has their tits out.
Why do you think this isn't a video podcast?
Are your tits out?
Yeah, actually, it's quite warm here, so I'm doing this tits out today.
Picture it didn't happen.
Damn.
Anyways,
But back with the colonel.
I don't know how we got into the conversation of boobs.
Yeah, I mean, the colonel doesn't have his boobs out. He-
Very tenuously sometimes, but like I
yeah,
am always 6 degrees of boobs.
it's a talent. You just gotta find something to do with it.
I just want to talk about boobs.
Maybe for a future episode.
Yeah,
Welcome to the boobs episode.
you're really pushing a nudity episode,
This is gonna get weird real fast.
and I can't decide if it's weird or creepy or not. Please tell us in the comments.
Is it weird or creepy? I mean, those both sound kind of negative.
if if we were, I don't know. Let us
Depends how
know
you
what.
cover it, I guess. Like, we'll have to put like our academic hats on.
I think it would just be celebrating our favorite nude scenes in horror movies. So yes, let us know. Is this creepy? I never
Creepy or
know.
not, we'll let you decide.
Boobs are universal. Everybody loves boobs.
Back to the colonel. He's got a bunch of shit printing out. He's getting on the phone to someone higher up. A general, I believe.
They found their barrels and he's putting some kind of plan into effect. Then we see some low level army person punching in a code.
Yeah, he's really happy to hear from the colonel.
He's chipper, right? Considering what he's about to do, which I'm pretty sure he knows what he's about to do.
Hell yeah, I'll call in the airstrike. You be here. He's feeding the numbers to this lower level guy. And then we cut back to Bert, who hears something. Freddy busts into the attic. We get a shot of Trash and the other zombies looking at the sky too.
And then we go wide on a shot of what I'm guessing is supposed to be the Louisville skyline, but it's so obviously a model. It looks
It's not
kind of
really realistic. It's the 80s though.
it looks kind of shitty. But then you see
But who
this,
cares, because it's an awesome movie. Whatever.
right? Then you see this bomb. I don't know if it's a bomb
A
or if
nuke, I
it's a
guess.
nuke, but you see it drop and then we find
That's it
out,
for
yeah,
these
that the
schmucks.
army has nuked 40 square blocks in the middle of Louisville, Kentucky.
Less than 4,000 deaths though. That's a win, right?
And literally roll credits. There's no transition. It's over.
Well, we get I guess they replay a shot from earlier where that one skeleton comes out of the grave. It looks like the same shot anyway. But, but other than that, you're right, that's it. That's the movie over. There's no heroic escape for anyone. They just get nuked.
A member of the No Survivors Club. I
Yeah,
like horror movies that don't have survivors. The whole movie is so unserious.
yeah,
So for it to have that ending, it's just perfect. It fits right in.
yeah. The dead meat kill count is just everyone. It's a reference. So everyone dies. Spoiler. That's the takeaway from this episode, guys. We love dead meat. Call us.
That is Return of the Living Dead, and if I'm not mistaken, I do believe that's a 5-star movie for you, correct?
Yes. This week I'm not being picky at all. Like we've finally done it, guys. It only took 5 episodes, but we've found a movie that I don't hate on even a little bit. Just awesome. Maybe the best zombie movie ever for me, anyway. I know you you prefer Day of the Dead slightly,
They're literally neck and neck. If I'm
and
in
both
the mood,
1985 as well. So what a year for
yeah,
zombie movies.
one is a comedy and one is not. So if I'm in the mood for something a little sillier, if I'm in the mood for something more lighthearted, it's always going to be Return. Day of the Dead, I mean, it's not like it's a bleak movie or a super serious movie. It just doesn't have the comedic elements, unless you count. I guess Bub is a comedic
Yeah,
element.
yeah, both can be funny.
I feel confident in saying Return of the Living Dead is the best
Zombie comedy.
zombie movie that falls into the horror comedy category.
You put it
And
above Shaun of the Dead.
I have to. And I love Shaun of the Dead. Doesn't have Linnea Quigley. Doesn't like
That's Simon Pegg at least.
between the two, I'm more Team Frost.
Yeah, I agree. I'm with you there.
Simon Pegg is hilarious. Nick Frost is hilarious, but in a more subtle way. Like it's his facial expressions, and he can just say one word. It doesn't even have to be anything. I just crack up. I
I'll
love
do it
Nick
on the night.
Frost. Even to this day, how many years later, 20 years after the movies come out, I see like a screenshot of him from the movie or I watch the movie. Every single time I see the words "I got wood," I just giggle every fucking time. This guy just doesn't give two fucks. I love
No, he's
Nick
an icon.
Frost. I do have a letterbox.
You
I
do?
do like
Do you
rank.
follow me?
I do follow you.
Hell yeah.
I'm
It
still
still
waiting for
counts.
that follow back,
No, you
but
aren't, you liar.
I do franchise rankings and I log the movies that I watch. There are some people who use Letterbox who make lists for everything. I think when me and you first met, you just had an insane amount of lists on Letterbox. And if I remember correctly, I mentioned that to you one day and I think you got really
I
self-conscious
did,
about it
yeah.
cuz you went and deleted a whole fuck ton. And I wasn't judging you. It wasn't like me saying like, "Wow, you have no life." I would love to have the time to dedicate to something like that.
Yeah, for a while I had a list for every year,
But you know what? I think,
but they're hard to keep up with, and you forget to edit them.
well, that's it. I don't want a list for every subgenre.
Mm.
Just thinking about doing that, like that's anxiety to me. I love movies, and if you open the door for me to do it, I will go completely ape shit on Letterbox and make a list for every stupid little thing. The problem with the way my brain works is if I start that, I have to continue it. I have to keep it up. I have to maintain it. And I just don't have the bandwidth for it.
Yeah, the maintenance is a lot for stuff like that. You could just be watching the movies instead of just making endless lists about them and keeping up with them.
I'm going to make lists just for
Yeah,
my two favorite subgenres, slashers and zombies. So, at least that way I can definitively like rank.
yeah.
But Return and Day of the Dead share the top spot. They're both in first place. I rewatch them both equally.
Is
Five,
Zombievers in your top 20?
hell yes. That is that is a comfort movie for me. That movie is just a lot of fun. I love Zombievers. That is a perfect example of like a low budget and these people just made it work for them. Like such a low budget. The beavers look like shit, but it's pure fucking comedy. I love it. But Return of the Living Dead is 5 stars for me too. I'm so
Yeah,
happy we got a 5 star movie for you on here because you're
I know,
so
right? Difficult.
difficult.
I knew
Yeah.
exactly what you were about to say.
I was trying to think of like a
A
cuntier
polite way of
word.
putting it.
No,
Cuntier.
no,
You were
no,
trying to be
no.
rude.
I was trying to turn
Had it
up the cunt.
backwards.
I was trying to turn up the cunt factor a little bit. Difficult is like you're a diva. You are a diva.
Wow. Male divas exist.
You are difficult to when it comes to 5 star ratings. So I'm very. This is episode 5.
I know. It could have been 50,
It took
but we did it
us
quite quick.
5 whole episodes
I
to
should
get
check.
to this ranking, and our first episode was Jaws. It is still ever everything is subjective, but how dare you?
Well, I'm just going to look at the numbers actually, because I don't have that many 5 star ratings. To say how many movies I've seen, I don't have many 5 star ratings because I've seen. This includes short films, by the way, so don't read too much into it.
Oh,
But I've seen 14,580 films. Okay.
okay,
And I have 65 5 star ratings.
dude.
I know, right?
We'll
It's
soon be
like
adding Halloween ends to that
so. I've
list.
got I've got 14,500 movies that aren't 5 stars, and just over 60 that are.
I know how to bully you into liking Halloween ends.
You don't.
Yeah, I do. I do. I actually have a perfect plan. So
Okay.
we're gonna sit and have like a 24-hour movie marathon, let's say.
Okay. It's just going to be
And
slop after slop, and then Halloween ends.
it's gonna be the worst shit you could fucking imagine.
Okay.
It's gonna be like garbage movie after garbage movie, and not ironic garbage.
We're going to be in the deepest, darkest corners of Tubi. Okay. I don't think you're
And
going to get me
then
to like Halloween ends at
when
this point. Like,
listen, when you're in the fetal position begging me to stop and every time I hit play, you're going to have a trauma response and
when the
that's when I'll
credits hit.
know that you're ready to
Yeah.
revisit Corey's story. And then when we're done, you're just going to be like, I
You're
see your
right.
point. 5 stars for Return of the Living Dead. A banger, a banger soundtrack for a banger movie. And the practical effects. I mean, 80s horror is just synonymous with really
Yeah.
fucking dope practical effects.
The brains spilling out of people's heads and stuff. So good.
Freddy at the end when he's blind with all those prosthesis on his face. It's just perfection.
Yep. 5 star. Perfect zombie movie. It might be top of my list. I don't know. I'll just copy your idea and do my own
You
lists.
need to make a zombie list.
Yeah, I'll make a zombie. I might do a slasher one as well. Just completely rip you off. But Return of the Living Dead might be at the top for me.
10 out of 10. No notes at all. It's just a perfect movie and one of the best 80s horror movies, period.
Oh, for sure. It's up there. Jason Lives, etc. Sneaky little Friday reference in there. Yeah, we love the 80s here. Best decade, and this is one of the best movies from that
Yep.
decade. So if you
I'm a
haven't watched it yet,
slut for the
check it out.
80s.
We can't do it justice, really, although we try.
We try.
We can but try, Marianne. You're not going to sing us out.
You need to let go of this.
Okay, well, I guess if you're not going to sing, then we're done here.
We are done here. And what that means, dear listeners, is that we will see you next Tuesday.